Hi, this is Eddie Whistler. That ain't who does it like a TIS. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is up-and-coming girl groups in the future. And the three girl groups I'm going to be talking about is Citizen Queen, June's Diary, and Good Girl. These are the three groups that I want to talk about because these are the three groups that I'm interested in talking about. But I know there are other up and coming girl groups, but these are the three that I want to focus on right now. I'm going to start off with Citizen Kane. I didn't know anything about Citizen Kane until maybe around 2017, 2018. I saw a couple of YouTube videos with them singing different songs. And I think I caught the end of one song. I think they were trying to sing either. I think the video was paying tribute to girl groups before them, which came in the 90s. And I think it was a Destiny's Child song or some kind of song. And to me, the harmonies were off or something I didn't like about it. So I just kind of clicked it on and clicked it off, and I didn't pay too much attention to them. And then they put out a new song called Ego in 2021. And so I said, oh, who is these new girls? And then when I seen the name and stuff like that, I said, well, let me do a little research on them. So that's what I did. I did a little research on them, and they were saying that it was some band member from Pentatonics that kind of put the girl group together. Him and this guy named I think his name was producer. I think his name was Brian Brom or something like that. I'm gonna put links in the. I'm gonna put clips of the article in the video later. But and then they were saying that they got the first girl. I think her name was Hannah Mozari or Morzark or something like that. They were saying that they had saw her on I think it was season 7 of The Voice, and they were saying Adam Levine and Jennifer Hudson were her coaches and stuff like that. So they felt the same way Kelly and Frank did, and other people, that it was it was not there needed to be girl groups. There was a shortage of girl groups, and we all know before 2016, the only two girl groups that were popping were Little Mix and Fifth Harmony. And so it was like there was a void in girl groups, and so a lot of other people saw that. And like I said, I didn't even know too much about Pentatonics till I saw them, I think, at the 2019 Grammys, and they were singing with Kelly Clarkson because she was the host. And so that was the first time I saw them, and they were a really good group. But they were saying one of the band members and one of his producer friends, I think Brian Brom or whatever, they saw the Hannah. Like I said earlier, they saw her, and then somebody said they started, I guess, doing blind auditions or the auditions, and the second girl, I think they say got through with the auditions was I think it was Cora. I think it was Cora, and they liked it her, and then the other girls just came on. And I think somebody said somebody mentioned it to Kayla that they were doing some auditions for a group, and then Kayla decided to come, and so that's how they got the group. And they were saying the group was of different ethnicities and from different backgrounds and from different cities, and that's what they wanted, and that's what they liked. And they say after they had signed them, they had had them to record like over 100 songs. And then they also had them to do certain acts around certain venues, and they said they had done some kind of benefit for some kind of pride concert, where they sung a bunch of covers, an Adriana Grande cover and a Shawn Mendes cover, and then they did another benefit. Like I think it says Eloot or something like that, where they kind of recorded, where they were singing a lot of girl group songs from the 90s and stuff. And like I said, I kind of did take a little clip of that. And then they were saying they were recording and singing together, but they were recording out of an Airbnb and singing together and got their things started. And then they said in 2017, Citizen Queen went on a tour with Pentatonix, and they opened for Pentatonix, and that tour was good. And then they said after that they had put out a couple of songs, and then they said in 2020 they put out "Call Me Queen." They released that song, and then they said in 2021 they released "Ego." And so I'm kind of glad that people are noticing these up and coming girl groups and stuff like that. And I just want to applaud people who are trying to get them together. On another note, the other girl group that I'm going to talk about is Good Girl. Good Girl was kind of around the same thing between, I think they kind of came out between 2015 and 2016. And like they said, the two of the girls already knew each other. I think it was JL and Bobby. They already knew each other, and they were auditioning for stuff and stuff like that. And then they said they had went to some kind of audition show, and they met up on the other two girls, and they were you know, talking amongst each other. And then they said they got with this manager. His name was I think his name was Danny or something like that in the article. And so when they got introduced to him, he introduced the other two girls, and they were saying because he knew the other two girls before he knew them, they all got together and they decided to to become a group and stuff. And so they said, it was a good fix because Danny had knew the other two girls earlier in their career because they were in Philly, and then he found out about those two girls, and then he decided to tell them, why don't they go ahead on and be a girl group. And it was similar to Citizen Queen, where they did a lot of local shows in Philly and stuff like that. And then I think they were on the America's Got Talent. I forgot what season it was, but it was on America's Got Talent. And Simon Cowell said that they were a good girl group, and they need to keep working together, even though they didn't win. And like they said, they didn't let them not win in a competition, a singing competition show stopped them. They kept on grinding and doing hard stuff, and they were traveling around the world and making doing singles and EPs and stuff like that. And they got a whole album out, and I've listened to the album. I think they put out their album last year in 2020. I still listen to the album back and forth and stuff like that. I know I like 3 or 4 songs off of it. Don't Talk Back and Dumb S, and also Is He Good to You. Those were my 3 favorite songs off the album and stuff like that. And so I'm kind of glad all these girls kind of were in the same realm. And the last and final girl group is June's Diary. You know, June's Diary was on the BET docuseries show with Frank and Kelly, and they auditioned for over 600 girls. And then the girls got picked. We all know, Crystal, Brianna, Cheyenne, all of those girls, they got picked, and they were the finalists in the group. And they had signed a record deal with Epic Records, and then we know in 2017 Epic Records dropped them, and they became independent, and they were backed by Frank Gaston. He kept on pushing the girls and doing the girls, and they had a mixtape come out. They had a single with Lance come out in 2016. Then they had a mixtape come out. Then in 2018 they had a EP with All of Us. And then in 2019 and 2020, they had singles coming out. Take Your Time with I Ain't With It and Stunning. And then at the end of 2020, they released Way Off. And then they did live performances of Way Off in Have You Ever. So they did an article. They did an article with for Women's History Month last week, and so I did a video on that. If you'd like to check that out, go to my playlist. But like I said, all 3 of these girls came from humble backgrounds. They're still out here pushing it and stuff, and they're finally getting noticed. And June's Diary is supposed to be putting out an album later on this year. So hopefully these girls will keep on pushing, and hopefully they'll get mainstream, and people are starting to know them better. This is A. Woodsley. That ain't even tested like a TI is. I am out.